Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. While the big boys are talking about the all-wheel drive Camry and Avalon, it doesn't get me that much excited. Yes, it's good that Toyota has a all-wheel drive sedan. It's been way too long since that all-track Camry back in the day, but I just feel like it's the least they can do to try to keep those awesome vehicles. They're already awesome. Just to keep them, I guess, as relevant in today's market as possible, even though they only come in a 4-cylinder. But in the last few days, there's been a few rumors circulating that gets me far more excited than a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated all-wheel drive Camry. And that is getting the GR Yaris's powertrain into one of the domestic US produced vehicles here in the United States. And that could be the Corolla, and maybe another one as well. So I'll catch you guys on the other side. This one's gonna be fun. So over at Car and Driver, they're one of the first publications to come out with this rumor. Toyota hints it will have something like GR Yaris for Americans. And to get you up to speed on the GR Yaris, it is an amazing, pretty much race car that is taken from the rally sporting world. It has the world's most powerful 1.6 liter 3-cylinder motor. It produces around 160 horsepower depending on the market. And of course the GR Yaris has the almighty 6-speed manual that we'd love to have in any variant of the Supra. And it has a super advanced all-wheel drive because it is essentially a rally car. But we are not getting it in America because it's based off of a Yaris that we don't receive here. The Yaris we receive here is a Mazda 2. So long story short, we're not getting the GR Yaris, but there is no shortage of wanting of that sort of vehicle in America. So Bob Carter, who is the Toyota Executive Vice President of Sales, told reporters at an event on Thursday that Toyota has an answer for the GR Yaris for the North American market. Before we get back to the camera, there's also lots of rumors talking about the GR C-HR, which is a horrible name. Oh gosh, it's like the GR Yaris. This is like the C-HR GR. Like, it's just so piratey that you can barely even use it in a normal sentence without laughing. And Auto Express is claiming that Toyota Gazoo Racing, which is the full name of GR, and they will build a performance version of the C-HR compact crossover called the GR C-HR. And it's expected to arrive before 2023. And it says some of the vehicles that it would compete with, and most of them aren't available here in America, such as the Volkswagen T-Roc R and the ST Puma. And of course, the GR C-HR would use the same powertrain as the GR Yaris. Crucially, a senior Gazoo Racing executive has told Auto Express that the unit can be used in other applications. Well, that's kind of the essence of the TNGA platform, is that it can be offered in multiple platforms as well as configurations. And it can be offered in more than one state of tune. So they could have maybe like a 220 horsepower version of it, maybe a 300 horsepower version of it. So you kind of get the drift here. So GR, C-HR, and Corolla. Well, let's talk about the Corolla first. Ever since this new hatchback Corolla came out in the US, people have been asking for it for a long time, first of all. Everyone's really excited about how it looks for the most part, besides like the fake exhaust tips on the back. The new Corolla hatch is a phenomenal, sporty looking little hatch. It just needs to be turned into a hot hatch. This GR Yaris powertrain, it would be an absolute crime if Toyota did not put it in other vehicles. And it would also be a crime if they left that 6-speed manual transmission mated to this amazing power plant. If they kept it out of the United States, that would be, I mean, the United States is one of the biggest markets, and there's petitions going around for the GR Yaris, but you know, Toyota is smart. They know that, well, that Yaris doesn't sell in America, and that's why the base Yaris isn't even here. That's why they badge a Mazda 2 for the subcompact hatchback segment. I don't even know what you want to call it, but a hot hatch version of the Corolla to compete with like the GTIs out there. And if it's in this sort of trim with the all-wheel drive, they bring the all-wheel drive with it, it's going to compete with the Golf R possibly. Just depends on how they tune that motor, right? So this thing is super exciting. And of course, they don't have to keep it to America. I feel like they could also make that, you know, GR Corolla as well in Europe. Now, what about the C-HR GR? And I just use quotation marks all the time, guys. I hope you got used to it by now if you're a fan of the channel. The GR C-HR, I don't ever see it coming here to the States. I know the rumors are circulating, but I could see that definitely staying in the European market if they decide to do that. Just think, in the States, they give you 1 power plant for the C-HR. In Europe, you have at least 3 power plants. I think you get 2 hybrid variants, as well as the turbo, and maybe another one. So I'm not an expert when it comes to the European spec C-HR. I just know they have a lot more options, especially hybrid, all-wheel drive. They have turbos, and we get pretty lame C-HR here in the States. I think it's just the 2-liter. So since the C-HR does not sell well here, I don't see a GR variant coming to America, but the Corolla should, and definitely it would make so many people here in the States happy. When was the last time we had a really fun Toyota? Not counting the Supra. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of the BMW. I'm never gonna stop beating that dead horse because it hurts me so deep inside that it's not a real Toyota. And some people are you know, a little bit on the fence with the 8.6, the Toyota 8.6. It's a phenomenal vehicle. I really enjoyed it, and it is sporty, and but it's half Subaru, right? This would be 100% Japanese JDM pure enjoyment. And gosh, I don't even know when the last time we had something from Toyota that was 100% Toyota and this fun, this exciting. Now the question is, if we do get this Corolla C-HR, is it going to be all-wheel drive? I really hope so. I feel like it would give everybody what they're asking for. Turbo motor, lots of power, good amount of torque, 6-speed manual, all-wheel drive. It would be an it would be like the modern day version in some ways compared to like the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution or the Subaru WRX STI, which is still being made. It's not quite as high power, but it would just be kind of almost on the same level as those vehicles in terms of performance and capability. Pricing and estimated availability is anyone's guess at this point. My guess would be around 40 grand for something like this. And when could it arrive? It would probably be in a year and a half, 2 years from now here in the States. So I can't wait to see you guys down in the comments so we can talk about all these GR variations. If you love my content, feel free to head over to my Patreon page and support me over there. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace out.